This is live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Our coverage will begin momentarily. Please stand by. This is live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Our coverage will begin momentarily. Please stand by. This is live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Our coverage will begin momentarily. Please stand by. This is live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Our coverage will begin momentarily. Please stand by.
And good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. Saturday, June 7th, 2025. Dr. Don's in here with you with our live severe weather coverage this afternoon. It's 12:25 p.m. Central, 1:25 p.m. Eastern on your Saturday. And we have a brand new severe thunderstorm watch that has just been issued that covers most of north and parts of north central Alabama. And we will take you over to the radar. We'll show you where that severe thunderstorm watch is located. You can see it there inside of that orange polygon that covers the entire northern and north central sections of the state of Alabama. Let me stop the radar loop, bring it current. We'll zoom out just a little bit so you can see the big picture. And across East Alabama and West Georgia, the watch includes Randolph, Clay, Talladega, Cleburne, and Calhoun of our coverage area. It does not include any of our West Georgia counties, nor does it cover Chambers, Tallapoosa, Coosa, or Lee at this hour. Now, we think what will happen as we go throughout the remainder of the day, I am almost certain we'll see this watch extended to the east, so I would definitely anticipate a severe thunderstorm watch for Heard County, Carroll County, probably Coweta of our coverage area there in West Georgia. Now, as to whether or not they extended any further to the south, we're going to kind of have to wait and see. If you'll look back to the west and northwest, very obvious that at the moment, the severe weather is across the northeastern and north central sections of Mississippi, and it's moving east. We really don't see anything down in central Mississippi or southern Mississippi at this hour. It's all from north of Yazoo City all the way back up into Tennessee, and it's moving off to the east. So at the moment, there's nothing out there that would warrant a severe thunderstorm watch any further south than where it is at the moment. But that could change. We could see storms form, further to the south and southwest in Mississippi, and they could drop this watch another tier of counties or two as we go into the afternoon and early evening hours. But I think it's almost definite that we will see a severe thunderstorm watch from Heard and Coweta counties north in the state of Georgia, probably within the next couple of hours. So we have severe thunderstorm warnings now being issued in northwest Alabama. This is going to be for a cluster of very strong and severe thunderstorms stretching from Corinth, Mississippi, all the way down to about, just northwest of Columbus, Mississippi. And all of that's moving to the east. So we now have multiple counties in west and northwest Alabama under severe thunderstorm warnings for this line of thunderstorms that's moving in. Now, all of this will continue moving off to the east this afternoon. This entire line of storms it will move in this direction as we go through the remainder of the afternoon. So that means for you folks across East Alabama and West Georgia, the storms that we see back on the south end of this line is what will be moving toward most of our coverage counties in East Alabama and West Georgia. This stuff here near Starkville, Mississippi, will move to the east. So that's going to end up, sorry about that. So those storms will end up over in East Alabama and West Georgia. Now, they're still several hours away. We're probably, what do we got here? It's 12:30. We're every bit of 3:30, 4 o'clock, I think, before these storms over in central Mississippi make it all the way into East Alabama and West Georgia. So we've got, 2.5, 3 hours at least before we have to deal with severe weather. Now, that's assuming that we don't get any system development out there. Notice that we do have storms firing out ahead of the main line in northwestern Alabama. So if that starts to happen, and it could, if we start to see storms developing ahead of this line of storms, then we could see some storms sooner than 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. But at the moment, there is nothing down here. So this is the part of the line that we've got to watch, because that's what will end up in East Alabama and West Georgia in a couple of 2 to 3 hours from now. So hopefully that will give you an idea of what we're looking at. There's no threatening weather out there right now for East Alabama and West Georgia. The threatening weather is confined to northwest Alabama, and that will continue moving to the east this afternoon. So let's go back to the graphic. And let me show you the latest. So here's the threat for today. We have a level 3 out of 5 for Randolph, extreme northern Chambers, northern Tallapoosa, Clay, Talladega, Cleburne, and Calhoun. And then a 2 out of 5 from those southern counties south to cover the rest of our coverage area. And that's primarily between 3 and 7 this afternoon. If you're in Georgia, tack on an hour between 4 and about 8 p.m. this evening. That's for today. And the main threat will be damaging straight-line winds in excess of 60 miles per hour and maybe some large hail. Now, there has been a fairly significant change in our thinking moving forward. So this will be a secondary line of severe storms that may form behind the line that we see out there right now, and it may move into East Alabama and West Georgia early tomorrow morning between 1 and 5 a.m. on your Sunday morning. So this is going to be an overnight setup here. We have storms late this afternoon, early this evening, and then we may see a secondary line come through after midnight tonight into the wee hours of tomorrow morning. Now, that's conditional because the storms that are coming through today are going to rake over the atmosphere pretty good, and so it's questionable as to whether or not there will be enough instability left to get redevelopment after midnight tonight and move into East Alabama and West Georgia. So there's a pretty big question mark on what we're looking at on the screen right now. We're just going to have to play this one by ear and watch and see if it develops. But if it does, again, we could have damaging straight-line winds and large hail. And I'm not done. Here's the severe weather risk for Monday. This is a level 2 out of 5. So again, damaging straight-line winds and large hail will be a threat on Monday as well. So we have 3 opportunities late this afternoon into mid-evening, then again after midnight tonight toward daybreak tomorrow morning, and then again on Monday. Right now, it doesn't look very plausible that we would see severe storms on Sunday afternoon. Things kind of have changed a little bit. So now we're talking about if we have storms on Sunday, probably before you get up to go to church. I think most of the day on Sunday will probably be a lot like today. It's beautiful out there right now. We've got sunshine. We've got a breeze going on out there. It's a little humid, but it's not overbearing at the moment. As the day goes along, it will get more humid. So overall not a bad day across East Alabama and West Georgia. We've just got to watch for those storms to move in here later on this afternoon. So back to the radar, and let me zoom in a little bit closer. Again, if you're just joining us, the National Weather Service has just issued a severe thunderstorm watch, which is in effect for a good chunk of North Alabama and North Central Alabama. Let me get the verbiage on that right quick. And I'll just read the Alabama counties: Blount, Calhoun, Cherokee, Clay, Cleburne, Colbert, Coleman, DeKalb, Etowah, Fayette, Franklin, Jackson, Jefferson, Lamar, Lauderdale, Lawrence, Limestone, Madison, Marion, Marshall, Morgan, Pickens, Randolph, St. Clair, Shelby, Talladega, Tuscaloosa, Walker, and Winston. Those are the Alabama counties. And this watch is going to be valid until 6 p.m. this evening. Again, none of the West Georgia counties are involved in this at the moment, but I've already seen some discussions in the chat room that Peachtree City does certainly anticipate this watch being pushed a little further to the east as we get into mid or latter part of the afternoon. There's no reason to right now. I'm really kind of surprised that Randolph, Clay, Talladega, Cleburne, and Calhoun are involved in this early, because the storms are still at least 2, maybe 3 hours away, unless we get pre-storm front development. That is possible, but right now we don't see that happening across East Alabama. All right, so let me hang out with you in the chat room for just a bit. We're not going to do wall-to-wall coverage until this stuff gets a little bit closer to us. Hopefully it'll fall apart. We won't have to, but there's absolutely nothing to keep these storms at bay. If anything, they may grow stronger before they make it into East Alabama and West Georgia. All right, so thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Leslie. You guys are not very talkative this afternoon. All right, Jessica's watching us in Wedowee. Heaven's Saints East Alabama chapter. Enjoying some time on their motorcycles today. Shout out to you. Thank you for watching us here on Dr. Don's Weather. And Jessica Smith is watching us from Columbia, Tennessee. Thank you, Jessica, for stopping in this afternoon. A lot of folks are out and about having a good time. It is a beautiful day, and you should be. Absolutely, you should be. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be out enjoying yourself on this Saturday. Just make sure you remain weather aware as this line of storms continues to develop and move to the east and eventually into East Alabama and West Georgia. Kelly's watching us in Munford. Kelly, I'm afraid it's not going to stay calm. We've got a nasty line of storms coming out of Mississippi that will be in East Alabama probably in a couple of hours. And then we may have to deal with another round of storms after midnight tonight, and yet a third round of storms on Monday will be possible. There's Patrick over on the West Bank in Wadley. Kim's got us going on there on County Road 43 in Wadley. Chambers County in the house. Roanoke. Amy's watching us down in Lynette. Tom and Amanda's leaving the 48 West Trade Day in Wedowee and headed to Wadley. Shayna's watching us at the ball fields in Opelika. Ted's watching us from... we don't know where. There's Remy. Bean, the mayor of Beans Mill, in the house. Hey, Remy. Franklin, Georgia. Hey, Darlene. Ted's watching us down in Phoenix City. Wanda's watching in Ashland. Kathy is in Roanoke. Judy is in Woodland. All my Thunder buddies in here this afternoon. All right, folks, so that's kind of a quick update. I'll summarize it again for you. We've got severe storms moving out of Mississippi into northwest Alabama. We have a large area of Alabama under a severe thunderstorm watch until 6 p.m. this evening. That watch is from the Tennessee state line all the way down to the Randolph County, Chambers County state line, and then west all the way back into Mississippi. Randolph, Clay, Talladega, Cleburne, and Calhoun in the Dr. Don coverage area under a severe thunderstorm watch until 6 p.m. this evening. This watch at the moment does not include any of our West Georgia counties, but that likely will change within the next couple of hours as we monitor this line of very strong thunderstorms moving into Alabama. This is going to be a severe wind possible event. We're talking wind gust of 60 plus miles per hour and maybe some large hail. Of course, anytime you have weather like this, you cannot completely rule out the possibility of a quick spin-up tornado or two. So we're going to be watching for that, and we're also going to be watching, we keep saying maybe 2 to 3 hours before the storms get into East Alabama, but we're watching to see if we get some storm development out ahead of the main line. That is possible. We're seeing that in northwest Alabama. Haven't seen that much in central Alabama, but as we continue to heat, we've got that pot of water sitting on the stove, and it's getting close to boiling. And once that water starts boiling, then we could get some storms to form well in advance of this main line. So we're watching for that, and we are monitoring everything offline. And as soon as we think threatening weather is about to happen in East Alabama or West Georgia or both, then we'll be right back and we will start our long-form wall-to-wall coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. So keep your phone close by. Make sure you subscribe to us on Facebook. It's 99 cents a month. No big deal. That helps us tremendously, and it increases your chances of being notified when we go live to cover severe weather. Also, go over to YouTube and subscribe to us. That is free. And make sure you hit that little notification bell on YouTube, because that is a push notification. You're guaranteed to get that. So you'll know when we go live on Dr. Don's Weather. And we'll be back shortly.
You have been watching live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. Coverage is made possible by The Oaks, Integrated Contractor Services, Stevens Home Furniture, N&W Locks, Venture Fence, Estate Masters, Boondocks Barbecue and Cringery, Southern Union State Community College, The Venue at 5 Points Farms, Brandy Pike Photography, the Randolph County Commission, Inlow House Lodging, East Alabama Waste, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. We'll continue to watch the skies of East Alabama and West Georgia and return as soon as threatening weather approaches.